called Tashishiva, and many of us in this room will be surprised by its rich history. It was originally performed in 1642, that is 400, I don't know how many years now, 400 years ago, in Tibet during the enthronement of the 5th Dalai Lama. And this dance is supposed to symbolize good fortune and also suggest auspiciousness. And I don't think we could have anticipated a more auspicious way to start today's event.
On behalf of the 17th Tibetan Parliament in Exile, and in my personal capacity, I extend a very warm welcome to all who have gathered in this historic chamber for today's celebration of His Holiness the Dalai Lama's 90th birthday and the launch of the Year of Compassion. This tribute, held in the heart of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, is a deep acknowledgement of his profound and enduring contributions to peace, compassion, and global leadership. I extend my special gratitude to Congressman Jim McGovern, Kalur Nonzarullah from the Central Tibetan Administration in India, and I know Senator Joe Comerford is not here, but I also want to acknowledge Representative Lindsay Savadosa, Representative Mindy Dome, and their dedicated staff, and Jeevan from the Governor's Office for really making this event possible. Your friendship and support in making this special event possible in the heart of Massachusetts affirms the values His Holiness the Dalai Lama embodies resonates far beyond the borders of Tibet.
Well, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to be here with all of you on this special occasion, the celebration of the 90th birthday of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. I've had the honor of meeting him many times over the years, and most recently, a little bit over a year ago in Dharamsala, where I was given these Tibetan prayer beads that he blessed, that I wear all the time, especially when when Congress is in session. I'm told they're to help with my negativity. Sometimes they don't work. But he is always close to my thoughts. And I see so many friends from the Tibetan community here. I'm blessed to represent a vibrant Tibetan community in western Massachusetts and in central Massachusetts, but all throughout this state and all throughout this country, I have been inspired by the tenacity and the gentleness of the Tibetan community, who always urge us to do better, to be kinder, to love more. And I want to acknowledge my friend Tonga Serling, who's my constituent from Amherst, who's a member of the Tibetan Parliament in Exile and longtime participant in Tibet Lobby Day on Capitol Hill. He's a champion from the first ever Tibet Lobby Day in 2009, and is a great inspiration to me. Norzin Dolma, the Minister of Information and International Relations at the Central Tibetan Administration in Dharamsala. It's an honor to be with you and see you again. And Bochung Suring of the International Campaign for Tibet, a longtime friend, and many, many more. People from Boston, people from all over the region, all over the country who have touched me in so many positive ways. And it's incredible.
I think the Tibetan people are blessed in many, many ways. The fact that we have the peerless leader of the 21st century, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, as a supreme leader. And also we have friends like you, our allies, I think, who has stood by us through thick and thin. And I think all of us bear witness to what Congressman Jim McGovern means to Tibet, to His Holiness and the Tibetan people. I think we all fall short of words to really explain what it means of the Central Tibetan Administration, which is also the Tibetan government in exile based in Dharamsala. Kongkalin will deliver the special remarks on behalf of the Central Tibetan Administration.
All the distinguished guests and ladies and gentlemen, today we gather here at Massachusetts State House in Boston in celebration and gratitude to mark the auspicious occasion of the 90th birthday of the great 14th Dalai Lama. This milestone celebration of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama holds immense significance, not only for the Tibetan community, but also for the vast community of Buddhist followers and Tibetan supporters from all across the world. And on July 2nd, we received the joyous news that His Holiness has confirmed the continuation of the Dalai Lama Institution.
And I apologize for my lateness, as you heard, traffic, weather. I apologize also because I need to leave early as a result. I'm Mindy Dahm. I'm the state rep for the 3rd Hampshire District, which includes the towns of Amherst and Hampton Granby. And before I begin, I just have seen some of my colleagues from the House are with us, and I apologize in advance if I haven't mentioned you, but I know that Representatives Steve Owens, Joan Mosquito, Paul Donato, Donald Wong, Natalie Higgins, Sean Garbely, and Christine Barber joined us earlier, and I'm sure there'll be more coming. And Senator, I'm sorry, I don't recognize Senator, so I'll leave that to you. I also want to say I feel quite diminished here.
to what's good and just in all of us. So my name is Joe Comerford. I represent the Hampshire Franklin Worcester District. Chris, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Chris. I work for Representative Sabadosa.
And Representative Sabadosa is in the same traffic that we were on the Mass Pike, just a little bit behind us, but she wanted, and she is here with us in spirit because she led the House resolution as Jared and I led the Senate resolution. I welcome my Senate colleagues and all the staff here from their offices. And let me just add a word to what Representative Dahm said. In Western Massachusetts, the Tibetan community's call to action, call to justice, call to peace and compassion in a world fueled by love, not violence, has charged us equally. And I think it's not a surprise that Representative Dahm, Representative Sabadosa, Kristen Ellico from the governor's office, and of course our state.
This Holiness the Dalai Lama has devoted his entire lifetime to promoting universal peace and religious harmony as encapsulated in his four principal commitments, which are promotion of universal and basic liberation.
To read the citation, to read the government citation.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's wonderful to see you all here today. On behalf of Governor Healy and Lieutenant Governor Driscoll, I welcome you all to Massachusetts. A particular welcome to the Minister and to the Secretary and all those who've come from Dharamshala, all those who've come from Western Massachusetts, all those who've come from Washington, D.C. Welcome to monsoon season. It's an honor to celebrate the birth of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama and commend his lifelong dedication to the Buddhist principles of peace, compassion, strength, and wisdom. Let me first thank Congressman Jim McGovern, right, who's been an incredible champion of human rights, not just in the United States, but throughout the world. Thank you, Congressman, for your leadership on these important issues, and I know you have a very special relationship with the Dalai Lama, and we're grateful to have you here today. Let me also thank our partners in the legislature, many of whom have been recognized already, but I particularly want to thank Senator Comerford, Representative Dahm, and Representative Sabadosa for helping arrange and sponsor today's event. So thank you to them as well. About a decade ago, my mother actually visited Dharamshala and presented me some Tibetan prayer flags, which I have proudly hung in my home to spread goodwill and compassion to all my visitors. Having grown up here in the United States, and like most kids in my generation, I learned of the struggles of Tibetan independence in the late 1990s by none other than the Beastie Boys. The Tibetan Freedom Concerts helped educate and inspire a new generation of Tibet, its people, and their sovereignty as an independent nation. The people of Western Massachusetts come here and present a citation on behalf of the governor. Again, Tashi Pillai, thank you.
Thank you, Jeevan, and thank you to everyone who's here gathered today. It's my honor now to read the citation for His Holiness the Dalai Lama. On behalf of the residents of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I am pleased to confer upon you this governor's citation in recognition of the 90th birthday of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, Tenzin Gyatso. As the global community celebrates a year of compassion in his honor, we commend his ongoing teaching of karuna, compassion, a core value to cultivating peace and happiness. A fierce advocate for human rights and for the most vulnerable people, promoting
Thank you. On behalf of International Cabinet from Tibet, it's my privilege to be participating in today's historic event. This tribute by the Massachusetts legislatures, Massachusetts people, is in due recognition of His Holiness the Dalai Lama's contribution to making this world a better place for each of us, including the people of Massachusetts. So this is something symbolic. Secondly, I believe that your tribute to His Holiness the Dalai Lama also aligns with America's basic fundamental values of democracy, justice.
In the Amherst area, and the cultural dance that we are going to see is called Nejin Tanga. And if I were to explain what this means, Nejin
only to say that when I came in, sat down, and watched that dance performance, all of the stress melted away. We think a lot lately about the political situation in the world, and it feels like a moment where we have a lot of large...
This is the year of compassion. His Holiness has been the living embodiment of that ideal. He reminds us that kindness is the greatest strength we can offer one another. His teachings resonate with people from every generation and every nation, encouraging us all to build a more just and peaceful future. I look forward to doing that with all of you. Thank you for being here in the People's House to celebrate this remarkable occasion.
I am Senator Ed Markey, and today I join people across the world in celebrating the 90th birthday of His Holiness, the Dalai Lama. In 2008, I had the honor of meeting the Dalai Lama. I witnessed firsthand his unwavering commitment to the people of Tibet. For decades, the Dalai Lama has been a powerful voice for human rights, for dignity, and for religious freedom. His message of peace and justice continues to give hope to millions across the world. I honor his lifelong dedication to the Tibetan people's struggle for justice and self-determination, and I wish His Holiness continued strength and joy in the years ahead.
Today, I am pleased to offer well wishes to His Holiness the Dalai Lama on the occasion of his 90th birthday. I have been inspired by the Dalai Lama for a long time. As a human being, I admire his personal commitment to practicing patience and charity. We should all follow his example. As a person who grew up in the Catholic faith, I admire His Holiness as a spiritual leader. He teaches us to walk together in peace and compassion, values common to all of the world's great religions. And as someone involved in government, I admire the Dalai Lama's role as a national leader. He has shepherded his people through the dark times and helped them chart a path in solidarity toward a brighter future. His Holiness has been an inspiration to millions of people around the world. His teachings on religious tolerance, nonviolent responses to conflict and violence.
Hi, I'm Lori Trahan, and I have the privilege of representing Massachusetts' 3rd Congressional District in the U.S. House of Representatives. On behalf of everyone I represent, I'm deeply honored to wish His Holiness, the 14th Dalai Lama, a joyful 90th birthday. His lifelong dedication to peace, compassion, and understanding has touched millions across the world, including right here in the Commonwealth. As a spiritual leader and Nobel Peace Prize laureate, His Holiness has reminded us every day that kindness and nonviolence have the power to transform lives. On this special day,
Today, with great admiration, I would like to wish Your Holiness the Dalai Lama a happy 90th birthday. You've spent your life standing up for your people, for peace, and for the fundamental dignity of every human being. You also reminded us that our purpose in life is to help others. That is
We are deeply grateful to Governor Maura Healey and the congressional delegation, including Congressman Jim McGovern.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tenzin Mudu, and I am a former Deputy Secretary at the Bureau of His Holiness the Dalai Lama in New Delhi. I now call Massachusetts my home, and I'm a member of the Tibetan Association in Boston. It has been my sincere pleasure to be part of today's celebration at the State House. As we conclude, let us take a moment to reflect on the extraordinary life of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. His 90th birthday is not simply a milestone, but a reminder of a life dedicated to compassion, peace, and pursuit of justice. Beyond being a spiritual leader of the Tibetan people, His Holiness has been a global advocacy for democracy, dialogue between spirituality and science, and universal human dignity. Gathered here, I would now like to request Cullen to offer ceremonial scarf and the latest book of His Holiness to the following members of the guests. So firstly, Congressman Jim Malone for taking the time to be here and for the steadfast support of the Thank you. Next, I would like to call on Jeevan Ramapriya, Executive Director of Massachusetts Department of International Trade and Investment, representing the University of California. Thank you, Richard. Let's look back to that member of the Tibetan Parliament in detail. Thank you. And Senator Joe Comerford and her staff, Jerry Friedman, for sponsoring this Senate resolution and for making this event possible. Next, I would like to honor Representative Lindsay Sabadasa and her staff, Christopher Kalifakides, for sponsoring the House resolution and for making this event possible. Thank you very much. And next, I would like to also thank Representative Mindy Don-Bulat and her staff for co-sponsoring this event. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Colin. Thank you so much. Next, I would like to thank the member of the Massachusetts Senate and House of Representatives for signing the resolution for attending this event. And I also would like to thank Kristen Alapo, Western Massachusetts Director of the supporting the Year of Compassion campaign and for encouragement and supporting making this event possible. Thank you. I would also like to thank Sri Dormala, Secretary of the Office of Tibet, Washington, D.C. for traveling all the way to here. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I would like to further recognize Massachusetts Congressional Delegation Senator Ed Markey, Congressman Jim McGovern, Congressman Seth Moulton, and Congresswoman Lori Terahan for the video messages, and Governor Maureen Kelly for the video message and for the governor's citation. I would like to also Jeff Masutiani, Executive Director of East Hampton Media, for his assistance in supporting the editing and also for the video message. Thank you. And the Tibetan Association of Boston and it's a member of the organizing committee, members of the Tibetan Association of Massachusetts, and a member of the organizing committee, member of the press, Jason Kieran, and all staff members of the Bureau of Massachusetts State House, and all the volunteers and general public. I would also like to recognize and a special mention that we have former member of the Tibetan political prisoners here beside us in this room. This was a collective effort. People from many different backgrounds.
This is Sheila, who is up at this hour in Dharamsala, working from a studio. So thank you very much to a media and a broadcast partner to the team as well. So with this, we come to a close of today's event. We have a few more things. I think we deserve a celebration.
That's good.